Good day, YouTube. This video is talking about entry into the United States Air Force. If you're thinking about joining the Air Force, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I know. For example, at a minimum, you have to be a high school graduate if you want to come in enlisted. And you have to score on the ASVAB, which is the test, a score of minimum 36. Now, if you have your GED, you could also join the Air Force, but you have to score higher. 36, in my opinion, is not that difficult to score. And there are books out there. So if you, for whatever reason, let's say you don't think you're going to score high enough, definitely get a book, buy your own book, and study. Take practice tests online to score a minimum of 36. If you don't score that, definitely consider studying, don't give up, and take the test again. Now, if you have a GED, you have to score a 65, which is a lot higher. That may be challenging for some individuals. I don't remember what I scored because it was a long time ago, but it was somewhere around there. It depends on your strengths and weaknesses as well. There's many factors to the ASVAB as far as test, portions of that test as well. That is one thing. The next thing is medical. So you have to take a full medical examination at MEPS, Military Entrance Processing Station. I did that a long time ago as well, and luckily everything was good to go. The doctor's going to do medical examination on you, private, and you're going to have to do some things as well, along with others as well. In other words, the masses. So they'll do blood work as well, just to make sure that you are in good health. The Air Force doesn't want, just like the other branches, somebody that has medical challenges, because then in the end, it may be an expense that they have to pay for. So medically qualified is a big deal as well. I'll give you an example. If somebody has a wart on their hand or somewhere on their body, they're going to catch that and they're going to say, you know what, go get that taken care of at your expense. Come back and see us. Once it's healed, we'll do another evaluation to clear you before you are allowed entry into the Air Force. So it's not guaranteed. Now, sometimes people make jokes about the Air Force and call it the chair force, and it's all good, no big deal. I'm in the Air Force because that's the branch that I chose. And if I had to do it all over again, 100% I would choose the Air Force. For me, it fits my personality. I love the lifestyle. It works for me. But here's the thing. In the Air Force, it definitely is mentally challenging. That's not a bad thing. Basic training, you'll be challenged physically and mentally as well. And at tech school afterwards, whatever your job is, you'll go to technical training and you'll be challenged as well mentally. It's very technical. The Air Force is known for being technical. But the good news is that they will train you the way they want you to do it. All you have to do is learn, adapt, learn, and move forward and actually execute your job, whatever that is. That's the enlisted side. For the officer side, you have to have a bachelor's degree at a minimum. So if you have a degree, especially something that the Air Force is looking for, a technical degree, even better. You'll have to take another test as part of your application for entry, and that is the AFOQT. That is a very challenging test that you are only allowed to take twice. If you score the minimum on the verbal and the math, hopefully you can actually score more than the minimum, but if you do that, good. If you're trying to get a rated position, then you'll have additional parts of that test, and the higher you score, the better. So the AFOQT has, if I'm not mistaken, 6 different portions of a test that anybody who wants to be an officer has to take all of them. Now, like I said, if you want a rated slot, you'll have to do even better on some of the other technical portions, which are part of that test as well. My background is not technical as far as a technical degree. I'm human resources, and the job the Air Force said I'm going to do is personnel, which works out perfect for me, because for me, one of the things that I like is dealing with people. So as you do the research, definitely reach out to a recruiter. If you want enlisted, just contact your local recruiter, whether you want to go active duty, reserve, or guard. And if you want to go the officer route, contact a recruiter specifically either about officer training school. If you're a college student and you're thinking about the Air Force, see what school, maybe your college already has an Air Force ROTC detachment, which I recommend definitely that you go that route as well. Or the other option is United States Air Force Academy, which would be incredible as well. And the selection rate is very competitive. I don't know the exact percentage. I think it's around 15%, give or take some, but it's very selective. And that would be an incredible opportunity as well. However, you are going to have 4 years, maybe 5 years if you go through the additional year military every single day. And some people like that, some don't. But my example is the individuals that went to the Air Force Academy are very sharp. That goes for for ROTC as well. And I have met some incredibly sharp enlisted individuals as well that over 20 years of service for myself in the Air Force, enlisted and officer, I have learned from every single individual out there, lower ranking, middle ranking, and high ranking, enlisted and officer. Do the research, ask the questions, have your Air Force recruiter assist you, and hopefully, because sometimes I hear of individuals saying my Air Force recruiter never returns my phone calls, or the Air Force recruiter never returns my phone calls. That may be because they are busy or because there are a lot of people that are trying to get into the Air Force. Don't give up, ask questions, do research, and pursue your dream. Take care.